Sup guys, it's Trade here. Let's do a pre-close analysis for the 17th of October, which is Thursday. So going into the day, I was quite bearish. We had this bearish close that closed below this sell side liquidity on the euro dollar. And not only that, it also closed below that daily time frame fair value gaps 50%. And because it closed below that 50%, I predicted price to come down to the low of that fair value gap and potentially tap into that order block. I was still watching this channel because it is a channel on the 240 time frame coming into a high time frame point of interest. So that is obviously was an interest to me. And today, yeah, we opened the day like this. Before New York opened, we were printing these candles, closing below. I was watching this level right here, which happens to be right above that order block. We have that bearish fair value gap, which is clearer on the 60-minute time frame. Right, we had news as well going into the day today. So yeah, we had this pattern essentially this morning. We had a close below this low, and then again another close below, which this is another small pattern on the 60-minute time frame. But I wasn't really looking to go long because I wasn't sure where. Because it's not really at a point of interest right now. It's just in the middle of nowhere, so I didn't really want to take this trade. We had retail sales news today at 1:30 UK time, so around 8:30 US time. And this was 5, 6, 7, right? It was pushing up and up. Essentially, this is essentially price manipulating before dropping down to its intended target of the day. And I also like the fact that we closed above this high, which is essentially a fake break above that. And the news came out, and news dropped price all the way down to that fair value gap. And not only that, it also drops and comes into that daily time frame order block, which price holds multiple times or twice, 3 times, puts this bullish engulfing candle, and then we're just consolidating and ranging around that area at the moment. What was interesting was that just before the news, right, this is a news candle that came out that dropped the price low. We came up and took out this high. Price printed this pattern right here. On a 5-minute, it will be a channel, I know, which, right, with RSI diverging as well, right there. And we put in this high wick pin bar, which was a little bit out of the ordinary for, unusual for price to do when it's moving so so rationally. Like it's a bit more rational when you look at it in this sense, where it's just pushing up, coming down, pushing up, coming down, and then all of a sudden, as price approaches this high below the fair value gap on the 240 or swing high on the 60-minute, it kind of just puts in a out of the ordinary candle like this. And that's before the news as well. And after seeing that, I was kind of like thrown off. I didn't take that entry because it was Thursday and I did not want to go short, and also took a short on Aussie dollar, which I'll do a trade review for. And because I was in that trade, I wasn't really interested in looking at anything else on euro dollar. But entry here would have been good to go short, because my prediction for the day was that we could come down and clear the rest of that fair value gap. And the way price came and approached and held this level, I think that would have been pretty decent, just to take that 1.7, 1.5 R, even to that order block, right? 2 R. But yeah, I didn't take that trade. It's just something to note for future. One of the main reasons I didn't want to go short was because also it was Thursday. But yeah, that's euro dollar, and we've come into that daily time frame order block. We are currently ranging. We came in, we're putting a market structure shift right there, right, and we pulled back. We've held this fair value gap multiple times, which is something I was watching. I did want to enter there earlier, but it was quite late in the evening for me. That's like what time was that? 12:30, so that's around 5:30. 12, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5:30, which is time I don't really want to be trading anyway. On the 5-minute, I think we had a better entry. We came down, took out liquidity, right? Market structure shift, came down, held this fair value gap, displaced up with bullish fair value gaps. Was an entry right here with price inverted this bearish fair value gap. If failing that, again, price market structure shift, and price came into that order block one more time and tapped it right there and pushed up. Like, could have taken a 1-to-1 there as well on the 5 minute. But I was in another Aussie dollar trade, so I wasn't really interested in going long or short on this. I want to see how price reacts tomorrow, like going into Friday, right? We've had what, 4 bearish days in a row, so it's more than likely that on Friday that we find some support, essentially a TGIF trade, right? So I will be watching for some displacement on the probably 15 minute. Like, we're holding this fair value gap, we put another market structure shift right there, if you see, right? And price came down 618, entry again, and then now it's pushing up, probably going to take out, I don't know, probably take out this high. So yeah, let's see what market does tomorrow on euro dollar. Pound dollar though, I've been saying the way price closed yesterday, especially after this loss of momentum in a channel forming on the lower time frame at a key level, this is essentially a pattern that's going to potentially do something like this, right? And find some bullish momentum and push price higher, I don't know, above these highs somewhere. We got this order block as well there. So yeah, going into today on this pair, I wasn't, although bearish close, engulfing close yesterday, right? We had a bearish engulfing close yesterday. I was bearish going into today, but from experience and from analyzing the market, I was kind of expecting a bullish candle today on this pair, so I wasn't really looking to go short either. And right, we also had this channel on the 240. Look at it, we failed to close below this sell side liquidity on the 240 channel. RSI diverging as well nicely. We came down, right, took out that low, and it failed to close below that low so much, like, and then put in a channel at that low as it tapped into the start of that bearish bullish fair value gap on the daily time frame. Again, we closed below this low. Did we close below this low? 819. Close 819. So it didn't close below this low, didn't close below this low. This was a good entry as a channel, right? Another channel, 1 hour channel at the end of 240 channel below sell side liquidity. But to me, right, I was not really watching this to go long because of the fact that I was just bearish, and we didn't really get a market structure shift on the 15 minute for me to look for entries. And yeah, we came down, right, not the range that I normally look for, which it was just a 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth test. We found support, and as price was, we had this bullish engulfing candle, right, and I was just watching price as it came into this order block, well, this bearish fair value gap, and I was also watching this high, this bearish fair value gap right there with 50% of that, and not really trading it. And then we had this candle that came down and kind of held this bullish fair value gap after market structure shift, right? We had the market structure shift right here, and then it's just been pushing up. So honestly, it looks like this is the TGIF play for pound dollar, although we haven't had that many bearish closes anyway, bearish days on pound dollar in comparison to euro dollar. But yeah, this channel was a good play, but because news was coming out and I was still bearish, I wasn't really looking to go long or short. I wasn't clear. The market wasn't clear for me, and honestly, I've suffered enough when market has not been clear, which I did suffer today on Aussie dollar when market wasn't clear and tried to short, and yeah, I suffered just around like 0.8% loss, but with like 3 trades, but still, I entered the trade when market wasn't clear to me, and it's just something I don't want to be doing. But this one had a channel with another channel at the bottom. Just didn't get that market structure shift on the 15-minute in the morning during London session, which is when I wanted to trade. Yeah, we had this, right? London opened, trapped buyers, trapped sellers. We did have this market structure shift, but it already came into these highs and then came down. Yeah, this was by 5 o'clock. Yeah, I'm not looking to trade. And then here, it's honestly looked like we're going to continue lower. I was watching this thinking, oh, maybe we're going to come down and take out the low. And I was looking to place my entry here, but Luckily I didn't, because like I said, I wasn't sure whether this was the low of the week or not. But like I keep saying, right, whenever price has a direction set, so this obviously price is coming to take out this drawn liquidity, right? And whenever price has already, because we also had this market structure shift after rejecting the older block with fair value gap, with breaker, honestly, so many factors going into this, showing bullish momentum right now. It normally drops during news to trap the opposite side of the market, which is exactly what it did there. Dropped, pulled back, dropped, and then everyone's looking to short here right now. And then there you go. This is when the buyers come in, smart money come in and trap all the sellers. And now it just looks like it's pushing up. Maybe tomorrow we'll come down to these lows, find some support and push up. But yeah, I'll be watching tomorrow these highs to look for shorts, maybe short-term short, not really aiming for these lows or anything. And we'll just see how market closes this week.